Good evening, Sanbonani. We just had our very first online grief support session. This is under the Kanyisile Pediatric Foundation for Brain Aneurysm Awareness. Most people will say, why does she talk about it on the Kwanele Foundation platform also? That's because my daughter was an ambassador of Kwanele Foundation. She was the voice to young children who spoke against bullying, teasing, body shaming, and she always encouraged kindness. So today we had our very first online healing session. Just to take you back, my daughter died on the 11th of January 2024. A month after she passed on, it was obviously February. And that's when, by March, which is like a month and a half later or 2 months later, by March, I decided to say, my daughter can't just die like that. Yes, medically, they said it's a ruptured brain aneurysm. I didn't even know what a ruptured brain aneurysm was until my daughter passed on, because medically they say you only find out post-death for children. So you will never know. You'll only find out post-death. And how do you find out post-death? Through the medical diagnosis that the doctors give you, through the autopsies to say this is what killed your child. And that's why we started the Kanyisile Pediatric Foundation for Brain Aneurysm Awareness. We learning, as we learn, we share with you. But what this foundation has birthed, it's birthed Diary of a Grieving Mother. And that's because I am a grieving mother. I have lost a daughter and my grief is everywhere, and I needed people who could relate and understand my grief. And Diary of a Grieving Mother, first during the month of my birthday in March, we went to the Rahima Musa Hospital to donate Pampers, because we learned that less than 90% of children survive a ruptured brain aneurysm. So less than 90. And those that do survive it, they are dependent on Pampers. Some need to be having those special wheelchairs. They're no longer the same. So what we do now, every month we donate Pampers to the Rahima Musa Mother and Child Hospital in honor of my daughter, because if had she survived, she would be dependent on these. From that, Diary of a Grieving Mother was birthed, where we launched on the 13th, was it April? I'm not sure, I think it was April. We launched the first grief support group in Soweto at the Jabulani Sports Hub, Sports Complex. It was for free. The only thing women had to do was just bring a packet of Pampers that we needed to donate to the Rahima Musa Hospital for Mother and Children. And we got, food was sponsored for us. Women just came, we spoke. We had our grief counselor there, our therapist, Kumalo. We had Ushalot Maleka as a spiritual guide to us. It was a very, the event started at 10. We wanted to end by 1, but we ended up at 3, because women just spoke. Women are hurt. And I heard stories of women whose children, my daughter, it's going to be 4 months now on the 11th of April. There was a woman whose daughter died 7 months ago. There was a woman whose kids died like different times, but one common denominator was that we are mothers that have lost children. There were also mothers that lost husbands that were there. I can relate to that. I've lost a husband before. And then we decided, okay, next month we're going to do it online. So, you know, sometimes you're not sure if people will attend. And I was like, God, this baby, this journey is yours. And we just had the online grief support for the very first time today. It was supposed to start from 7:30 until 8:30 for 1 hour. But 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, it went on for 3 hours. The online grief support group. Our therapist, guys, I'm giving her flowers. Mrs. Mangi, I call her Mangi, but Mrs. Mpokumalo. I don't know, God must just continue blessing her for us. Her patience is, like, she will let you cry. She will let you express your inner feelings. And she'll be able to make you understand that your feelings are valid. This is part of grief. This is what you're going through. Women were sharing on that platform, We had the privilege of being joined on the online group support by Umam Zodwa Zwane, the former PA of the late Mamuni Mandela. She joined us. We had Her Majesty, Happy Smelane. She also joined us on the online group. We had other people who joined us because I think some people just wanted to just see what's happening on this online grief. And it took 3 hours where women were just sharing. Those who were there on the first session at Jabulane, it was a debrief, but on how far we've come. And I said, I feel I'm regressing. Like, I feel, Jemanja, I'm triggered by everything and anything under the face of the sun. And women were speaking their minds. But just to put it out there, 1 month we're going to have online, 1 month we're going to have face-to-face. The next meeting we're going to have is going to be on the 25th of May. May 25. It's a Saturday. It's Soweto Sports Complex again. We're going to give details soon. Just diarize it if you want to be a part of it. One woman said something in the group. She said, Sihle, you had to lose your child for a grief support group to be birthed. She said, Sihle, you had to lose your child for Diary of a Grieving Mother to be birthed. And she said, Sihle, you might not see ukuthi your pain continues to be a gain for many people. And she said on the online group, she said, I lost my child, I think 7 years or 10 years ago. And she says, I've never found a safe space to talk about it. And she says, since I've met you, I was with you physically at Sports Hub. We're online now, and we have our own support WhatsApp group. She says, Sihle, ngiyapola. I'm able to talk to women who understand me. Women who will not say, keep quiet, you are rasa. Women who will not say, hey, type, so why aren't you getting better? It's already 7 or 10 years. Paula. But I'm in a space where women, it's safe because women are able to say, even if it's 20 years later or 10 years later or 4 months later, if you miss her, our therapist, she's giving us the tools to say, do this. One thing I learned today, she said, Sihle, for those who've early lost, even those who've lost long time, she says, write down your pain. Write it down. Like, for example, Sihle, your daughter's bedroom, you can write down on pieces of paper and stick on the wall, maybe do a timeline to say, 2024, this is how I felt, 11 January, write it down. Dear Tepang, my baby, this is what's going through my mind. Every day, whatever you feel, write it down. And she says, you'll be amazed when you look back and you go into her room and you read all those things. You will go through the motions, but you'll be able to say, if you don't want to do that, write a journal, write it down, but allow yourself to cry. And she also encourages us to say, don't stop taking your medication because grief needs medication. We are taking, like for me, to sleep, I take medication to sleep. When I'm feeling anxious, I take anxiety medication. She says, allow yourself to take the medication because at this moment, your body has a chemical imbalance. But at the same time, the beauty with God is He equips us with the ability to say, okay, right now, I need to go and work. And when that comes, That's when you stand up, you put the makeup, you put the wig, and you're on screen and you're working, and everybody thinks, oh, Polile, she's better, this one. She's even hosting fake marriage. She's better. But that is what God does. He equips you to say, you'll be able to work, get the job done. And when you're done, you come home, you face your reality. And she encourages us. And I'm thankful for the WhatsApp group that was formed from the diary of a grieving mom, because daily, trust me, one woman will say, today I'm not feeling okay, this and this and this and this. It's a society of women that will be able to say, it's okay, I understand. Others may want to speak Bible scriptures. Others, like me, may be raw and say, like, do what your heart and your feelings feel. But we are a community of women who are saying, Silimele, we are hurt and we want to heal. So this was just me saying, TK, Tepang, Kanyisile, my 10-year-old daughter. Uyipholile inhliziyo yami. Uyipholile inhliziyo yami mntanami ukuthi uhambe without warning. Ukuthi you didn't give a sign that you were going. It was sudden, it was too quick. And through the pain of me bleeding within, I don't know how I have the ability, because I'm not going to say strength, the ability to have started such a grief support group, because maybe I wanted to cleave to women who've lost children. But Tepang, my daughter, wherever you are, just know that this is a legacy that you have started, where women can heal. Women can say, I've lost a child. Kubuhlungu. Ngiphola kanjani? Ngiphe manual. And then someone will say, there is no manual on grieving. But there are certain things you could do to make it better. I'm thankful to the women that are part of this diary of a grieving mom, are part of this grief support group, because we don't judge each other. We are able to understand our triggers, to say, you are triggered by this. Hey, Nami, I've been there. Yo, I've been there. Oh, don't worry. You know, someone said it's 11 years later, but as if it was yesterday. And I said, yo, 11 years. She says, no, the circumstances are different. It's because me no amumtwana, so I'm grieving. I missed out on my child's upbringing. So we've lost children, but circumstances are different. So as you sleep tonight, I want to say, be kind. In all you do and say, somebody out there is going through something you know absolutely nothing about. Be kind. Be kind. If you have nothing to say, keep quiet. Keep quiet, but be kind. Thank you to the women that joined the grief support group under Diary of a Grieving Mother. Thank you to the Kanyisile Pediatric Foundation for brain aneurysm awareness that has birthed the monthly Pampers donation, the grief support group, because we are but mothers who are just injured. 25 May, we meet again. Jabulani Sports Hub will give more details as time goes by. And you're also welcome to join us and say, Naming limele, like Naming limele, I just want to heal, or I just want a safe space to be better.